Ladies and gentlemen, for all you not in the know, this, in half an hour, by the time this video is probably uploaded, will be Wrestlemania. The grandest stage of them all. The big one of the year. We have the biggest show in WWE, Wrestlemania. And now, I'm going to do my match predictions. I'm not going to do any of the rumours or anything like that. I'm just going to say my predictions and which will probably be the best match. So yeah, the first match is the Women's Tag Team Championships match between Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Tamina and Nia Jax, and who else was it? The Iconics. Who I think are gonna win this? I'm gonna say Bayley and Sasha Banks are gonna retain, just because they've not had it for long enough, to start losing it on bigger stages, But then we go on and we have, I'm going to explain the Raw Tag Team Championships match. This isn't the order the match is going to be in, but this is just the order I'm going to tell them in. We got Alex, no we don't, we don't. We got The Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder versus, who are the champions, versus the Major Brothers, if that's what they're calling them this time, that they retain, which are Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. In my opinion, what's going to happen is Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are going to get the titles just to drop them the next night on Raw. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know though. WWE don't really care about the tag team division, so the Revival could still retain and yet lose it the next night. Either way, I don't know. That's just my opinion. And then we move on to, sticking with the theme of tag team championships, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which are faced between, I believe, the Usos versus the Hardy Boys, and I believe the New Day, and not the Bludgeon Brothers. I think that's just it. Yeah, I know Aleister Black and Ricochet are in it as well. So yeah, that's gonna be a good match. I reckon the winners are gonna be the Hardy Boys, just because it's WrestleMania, and they put on some classic multi-tag matches. So I just think that the Hardy Boys are going to pull out all the stops and get the victory here tonight. That's just my opinion. Again, I probably am wrong, because I always am. But, that's just the bar I'm setting. So yeah, and then we're going over to the Raw singles division now, where we have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. How this match is going to go, I believe, is they're going to give the victory to Drew McIntyre. Now, I know many people are going to be like, Drew McIntyre? Why do you think, how on earth is Drew McIntyre going to defeat Roman Reigns after such a comeback? Well, I think now is the perfect time to have Roman Reigns lose to Drew McIntyre. If they did this a few months ago, a few months later, it wouldn't be as good. But right now is the moment, is the pay-per-view where you can have Roman Reigns lose a big match, but not lose any of the fan response, because he's just come back from such a big comeback, One loss isn't going to destroy that. So I think now is the perfect time, if they are determined to push Drew McIntyre like they should be, because Drew McIntyre really deserves it. But I reckon they're going to push Drew McIntyre by giving him a victory over Roman Reigns tonight. That's what I believe is going to happen. So yeah, I'm probably wrong, because this is WWE and they love Roman Reigns. So I don't know. But that's just what I think is going to happen. It needs to happen now, otherwise it's not going to happen at all. So yeah. Going back to the titles though, we have the United States title, which is between Samoa Joe, who is the champion, and Rey Mysterio. I believe and I hope that Samoa Joe will beat Rey Mysterio, but he probably won't, because hopefully Samoa Joe will be moving on to bigger and better things now that he has proven himself that he can win a title without people going, oh no, Samoa Joe's the champion, oh no, he's going to retain it forever. And in a way, they're going to use him as an example to show that not all dominant superstars hold titles for as long as Brock Lesnar does. And yeah, so I hope that Samoa Joe moves on to bigger and better things than the United States title, but I don't know. And it almost seems like a transitional champion, because they wanted to get it off R-Truth and get it on to Rey Mysterio or whoever he's going to lose the title to. But then he's going to push Samoa Joe onto bigger and better things. So that's what I hope happens, I'm probably wrong again, but, I hope, and let's just leave it at that. So now we have I'm going to go with the Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin match. What I think is going to happen is I think that Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin is going to happen. Because you know how much WWE likes controversy. And I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K19 my career recently. And as Baron Blade always says, controversy creates cash. And I reckon that's what's going to happen. I reckon the match is going to go ahead. Baron Corbin is going to defeat Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's going to come out the night after with some, goodbyes. Some proper feel-good goodbyes. And then Baron Corbin or someone else is going to come out and go, hang on a minute, you can't leave just yet. And they're just going to cut him off. I don't know, though. That could happen. That probably won't happen. But, it's worth a prediction, isn't it? So that's what I think is going to happen. And then I'm going to move straight on, because I don't know how much time we have, to the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. As you know, Daniel Bryan's Daniel Bryan's two biggest WrestleManias have both been, feel good. Because WrestleMania 30, he obviously won the WWE Championship. And then last year, he obviously made his return to the ring in that tag team match. So I reckon this year, Daniel Bryan is going to make that dream come true for Kofi Kingston. Because you know how much WWE likes to end their male division with a feel-good moment like that. And Kofi Kingston really deserves it. He's worked, 11 years now in the company, and he's just been loyal. He hasn't gone anywhere else that I know of, and he's just been there throughout. So I believe with the determination and the loyalty he has put into this company, to WWE, I believe that Kofi Kingston will be going over the new Daniel Bryan. That's what I believe. And hopefully Big E will come out, attack Kofi Kingston, Xavier would come out and help him, but nope, that's not going to happen. So hopefully this will be not only a feel-good moment for Kofi Kingston, but also Big E's heel turn. It's just a guess, you know? And then the Universal Championship. I reckon Brock Lesnar is finally gonna lose it and leave the WWE. Leave it. If he doesn't, then what else have I got to say other than the next year of WWE? I'm just gonna zone out, you know, because Brock Lesnar, well, Raw anyway, because Brock Lesnar has just been, he's just been really annoying, and it's just been, he's getting that massive paycheck that he just doesn't deserve, you know. This is why poverty exists, because there are people like Brock Lesnar who are barely doing anything and yet getting paid £500,000, dollars, whatever, just to show up and do one match. It's ridiculous. So I reckon Brock Lesnar is going to leave the WWE after he loses his title to Seth Rollins, which would be really good. Maybe Roman Reigns will come out and help Seth, I don't know. But, you know, we need something like that. We need a good thing to move on to the main event between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. The first ever women's main event of WrestleMania. And I believe, because of how over she is, I believe Becky Lynch is going to win. Maybe by tapping out Ronda Rousey with Ronda Rousey's own armbar. Because there's been a bit of a debate between not only the WWE Universe, but also between Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey themselves over Twitter, whose armbar is better. So I reckon that Becky Lynch is going to go, yeah, your armbar is better. I just proved that by making you tap out to it. So I reckon that's what's going to happen. And then hopefully Ronda Rousey will, well, not hopefully, but you know, Ronda Rousey's probably going to leave and go off to settle down, you know, because she's almost gone from UFC, been doing that pretty much her entire adulthood, to go into WWE, doing that for a year, and then going, right, I'm just going to settle down, you know. That's what I reckon is going to happen, you know. So yeah, her and Travis Brown are just going to settle down, you know, after WrestleMania. It'll be a good send-off, you know. First ever main event of WrestleMania for the women. It's going to be good. So yeah, that's what I reckon is going to happen. That's what I reckon is going to mean by winner take all. So Becky Lynch, because she beat Ronda Rousey to win Ronda Rousey's contract, dung, and she retires, basically. Be a well-deserved retirement as well. So yeah, that's what I reckon is going to happen at WrestleMania. It's probably going to be wrong. I'll make a 15-minute pay-per-view tomorrow morning after WrestleMania, after 7 or 8 hours of it. Woo! That was a mistake. And I shall leave the video there. Goodbye.